くて水飲み干して深呼吸してまた考えた花をすすって平和願ってくしゃみをしたら吹き飛ぶ諸行無常かつては無邪気に笑えた人つまずいても涙こらえた人だんだんくたびれた顔の人そしてシワの増えた同じ人ぬるくなった冷えピタを取り替えて時間はまかりしみつばきこの曲は残り2分とちょっとあなたの寿命はあと何年グラデュエーションミルクから卒業までパーティション数年間で喧嘩し合って忘れちゃいけないこと以外はとてもよくまみれイマジネーションしてきて参加しちゃってね以上盲目な先入観で変化をないか水泳だってあざといとつつかれるそんなもんだよのなにくらにのたうちなのにじわにじわに見る声のない場所に感傷感傷に身をやつしてのフィクションフィクションくしゃみはバカっぽいなくすび鼻つまりの笛を合図に夜が明けてくスローモーション汗が手についてコンビジョン会社の天井で反省したり調子こいたりのんびりくたばってゆくスローモーション愛声がけかしくてワイドショーに気づいてごめんなって生まれた時と最後の時がゆっくりつながる不思議コンビネーション一度見て会うためクイズジョン一度ってこんなんだね始まる以上あたりなんてなんとればちゃんそれそれすかれかんなこれ俺珍しいもんじゃないし大丈夫だよ多分スローモーションスローモーションスローモーションゆっくり終わってゆくスローモーション君と眺めてた星を集めた窓に映してたまた指折り数えた時を重ねた夜に問いかけた時求めた好きだよと言えばはぐらかしたいたずらない不安もやめて隣にいる時私の色はいつも中毒性どれものみたいにな
I'm here. I know it's 5 minutes. Give me a sec. Hello. Let me. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back after a week. I'm back after a week, and my sky looks, or, okay, let me talk a bit, You've been in my Discord, you already see it a bit, but, wow, my belly really looks big in this, when I think about it, but, if you know me, if you've been here, before, you know that in the recent few months before I got, my belly, and that sort of stuff, had traveled to Sataurday, also the known Sataurday as your, how do you call it? From Project Sataurday, so the Sataurday that you know. Hold on, let me do this. And basically, over time I got my own Sataurday dresses. But, that of course brings the fact that, now that I got pregnant and my baby belly, that the question lied, did my Sataurday look still fit? And they all fit. They all still fit. This one is a bit most hardest because it really puts back against my belly, but still fits. So this is my VBS look, as you probably can see already here. This is my known as my night court look. See? They also fit very well. This is my Leonid look. I think my Leonid look works the best with my new shape. For some reason. This is my more jump look. If you haven't ever been me before, that now that you know. So this is my more jump look. And this is my Wonderland Showtime Sky look. They all fit very, very well, to be honest. And yeah, I've been over the past week also, as I said, was that the past week? Past few days, I've been like traveling to Sataurday, see how my outfits fit. And they all fit. So, but. It's been a week and I had a family week away, so I have some stories to tell, but, that's up to me, and let's come later on this thing. That's one thing. I went outdoors today with Elliot because, before I start, how has your guys and girls' life been? How's your day been? Because mine have been like I had a weekend away, which I have some stories about. Maybe I will tell them later, maybe I won't tell them anyway. Let's see. But, I did that with my boyfriend Elliot. We went out of the door, and we basically, I'm so reflective, I love it. So subjective. I move so quick, eh? The speed of sound. We know. But basically, like, I have a drying rack in the shower, at least for my student room. Like, I live in his house has like his own dry machine dryer. You know, when you dry your washing clothes. Yeah, I think it's a dryer. But for me here, I have a drying rack that I normally hand over the shower wall that is like between the shower, the curtain, that sort of stuff. But what I didn't notice in a few years that I've been living here, it basically put some pressure on the window of that shower thing, and it basically broke last time, or partially broke open last time when I something in my eye. Hold on. Partially broke open last time, or yeah, it broke last time, basically open. The window broke a bit open last time when I put the laundry on there. And actually to prevent it like going further, because it's like a little tiny bit, it's like a tiny little bit open and cracking open towards the shower. So if I put more pressure on it, that whole window will clap open towards the shower, which is not good. So to prevent that, I actually bought a drying rack today, in hopes that I can just basically put it next to me here, because I don't have that much room anymore. My room is a total mess now. It's like moving all stuff everywhere, and there's gonna be something for Christmas. But the thing is, when I bought the drying rack, it was in a packing with 4 little extra knobs. So okay, you think I have to put those knobs somewhere, huh? I opened the drying rack when I got home. I unfolded it, I put it down, and it was completely worked fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I just stood there with those 4 knobs in my head, just in my hand, just looking at them, like above my baby bump. And I was like, what do I need these knobs for? And I was just like looking for like a guide or something, because there was nothing with, you know, the package that I bought. And I was just standing there, like looking at those knobs, and Elliot walked in and he was like, what is this, sweetie? And I was like, I have these knobs in the package, but I don't know what to use them for. And he looked at me like, aren't just reserves or something? I was like, I don't know. He just looked at me and was like, Abe, I think you worry too much about it. And you should just put them away. Like, but were they? And it was before I had the chance to finish my sentence, he just grabbed them off from my hand, put them in the closet here, and I was like, oh well. And then I folded the drying rack back up. I was like, okay. I was just stunning. Imagine just imagine getting like your IKEA, you know, your clothing, like a cabinet from IKEA, and just get some extra stuff that's not labeled anywhere, and just standing there. I missed something. But that's basically my thing. What happened today? Because basically Tuesday and Monday I didn't do anything because I was totally exhausted, of course. Monday not, but Tuesday Elif was here, so I had a fun time with my boyfriend and today, but he's gone already. He had to do some work, he said, or you had to go to work for a bit, which technically come out with me streaming. And then he will be back, maybe late, but we'll see. So it doesn't need to come out, so he was over and we went chill time yesterday, but like I said with the laundry screen, this is like, you get like extra stuff from your IKEA closet and you're just standing there with the stuff in your hand like the closet is standing, but why do I have these like extra things? But I actually wanted to do Shining Resonance Refrain today, but I remember like it's been like almost since December that I played that. But I still have to finish it. But if you have watched that series, let me tell you. While my tits shake around. Oh, this shirt is so tight now. Yeah. It's gonna be like a weird couple of years when me being pregnant, but let me tell you. You know that I love to spam the Shining Dragon, you know, I bought mana potions, health potions, and just spam the Shining Dragon, and you know, since he doesn't go absurd anymore, I just cheese through the game that way. Well, that worked. Until Agnes and the brother of Kira were the only ones I could use in the mission. Well, they were like level 20 or something. And the enemy was level 50. So I had to grind a bit. And then I remembered that I still needed to grind a bit. So I've grinded on Monday. And I think I'm going to grind it tomorrow and on Friday too. But I've been writing lore also a lot. So that's probably next week. I'm going to make it either next week or the week after that. Depending on how much I grind still, because it's so boring to grind them on all for one mission, because I can't use the Shining Dragon and Elise's tactic doesn't work anymore. So I have 2 options left after that. I either could do what I'm gonna do now, Elise Ace Attorney again, as I call this series the Elise Ace Attorney, right? Which this case is now pregnant Elise Ace Attorney. Or I could do Infinite Fusion again, but I think I'm gonna keep that for next stream. So I thought, you know, it's been a while since I've been to court, and we had picked up a case of Maximillionaire, and well, I'm pregnant now, but I don't think that will estimate the for. If you see this back on YouTube or Twitch, I don't think you have this thing, but I enabled the thing for sexual themed. And that's purely to cover myself a bit. Because I don't know where exactly the line flight of non is. And if I go of my last few recordings that I did this week. I think I'm becoming more and more an eared Vtuber or something like that, so... just to cover myself a bit, you know, nothing real bad, nothing real bad. So... And oh yeah, this desk also, Elise said, I think he was going to do that. I forgot, I think he went to work, but he also said, Elise, I'm gonna clean your desk a bit more because, yeah, it's still gone. Still gone, my desk is still gone. I know, it's just weird. It comes back soon, I promise, my desk comes back. But Elise is a turn. As I said last time, we left off at an... Oh, what was it? Not this one. On this one. We left off at, yeah, we left off basically... Yeah, with Max Millionaire's introduction. You know, he did something, he killed somebody, and we have to figure out who did it, and, that sort of stuff. Where did I leave Phoenix Ace Attorney? There, I left it. But... yeah. And also my Psylockes are coming back. I'm gonna play, I think I'm gonna in the next 5 streams try to do at least 1 stream with each. You know, VBS now, Night Court maybe next time, or Leonid, more jump and that sort of stuff. Because I want, like, the thing is, as I said, I just got my Psylockes, all of my Psylockes. And basically, I got pregnant, and I was afraid in the first and a half month, first almost up to 2 months to go back. Because, I didn't want to it to ruin my outfit. But they're basically fitting normal. Even Leonid looks so good, huh? Oh, honestly, Leonid is still my favorite. Like Leonid is still my favorite group, and I think it shows back in the dress. That it's my favorite group. Because it's, I don't know, the dress fits so well even with my new body, so. Oh yeah, did we, Look, it's Max! Here where you don't want to see him. Poof, he's right in front of you. Sure, the sign is very big circus, but looking around, it might be a Cirque de Galactica. Star on the chick sure are dreamy. How about to draw a star on your chick, Nick, or your cheek, Nick? Nick. Yeah. I've got a marker. It's alright. This is the box office where they sell the tickets for the circus. He also saw programs. I forgot to buy one when we came to the circus last time. So then why don't you buy one now? Sounds like a plan. Oh no, it looks like I forgot my wallet. If you want me to buy for it, just ask me already. You know I never do that to you, Nick. Okay. Where should we go first? Let's go to the big top. December 28th, very big circus, big top. Circus stage sure doesn't look too small from out in the audience. Oh, this is where they all perform, isn't it? Nick, this is some somersault? You pronounce it like that? You pronounce it like that? I don't know. I'm not doing any somersault. Why not? You look like you'd be great at it. This is the Zelda. Ifaturi? What's a somersault? I don't want to know. I want to know. Somersault. Is that the translation for a salto? Is that here? In display. Is this just a salto?
Simulate, however, roundness in your kind of lean forward, making sure you don't lift your head up.
Okay. It's just a somersault. Okay, it's just a salto. Grr. Huh, Nick? Was it me? Grr. Oh. Tiger! That's live Zelda, by the way. Let me be a good streamer, girl. Coming this way! Ah! I died, the end. It was a fun stream, guys. Yeah, guys, this was it. Fun stream. I'm seeing you next time. stay, heel. Still here, I'm not dead yet. Dick! Nee, are you okay? Ah, scared you, didn't I? Werent is such a cute tiger, isn't he? What's the matter? He's just sure quiet. Don't watch the man at me! Nick, you almost died there! Wasn't anybody close to getting hurt, let alone dying? A little tiger hardly ever bites people. And besides, people normally never get to play with a wild tiger, right? So if you think about it, you're actually really lucky. You're great, don't you? But but do I have an option? What do you mean, you guys? Why are you agreeing with her? Oh, your costume. Huh? It's cute, I wanna try it on. Costume, you mean my clothes? You don't mind letting me try it on, right? I guess so. Really? You're the best. Oh, the tables turned quickly on that one. So much for the tiger thing. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Regina Berry, the renowned... Is it the renowned? Is it not renowned? Renowned animal tamer of the Very Big Circus. My name is Mia Faye, I'm a spirit medium. I'm Phoenix Wright, ace attorney. Nice to meet ya. Likewise. So what happened? Hey Regina. Regina. What do you know happened last night? You mean the murder? My dad was murdered. Oh, I see. Wait. What did she just say? So, the remaster was sure. Yeah. You know, Regina Berry. I'm so sorry about what happened to him. Why do you say sorry? Huh? Anyways, everyone's here practicing last night. If you're dead. Yes, everyone was here. We finished up around 10 PM. After that, everyone went off on their own. I was the only one who stayed around here. Why did you do that? I was playing with Regent. Regent? Again, so she was with the beast. That's when the police showed up. When they took me to check things out, that was that. That was that. That was that. My brain doesn't work anymore. Someone whose father was just murdered. She seems awfully perky. Maybe she always tells more about her dad. That's incredibly that you're an animal tamer. If you say so. Must be really scary. Scary? Why? Oh? Regent isn't scary, he's cute. Ever since Leon died, Regent has been my best friend. Leon? Yes, Leon the lion. Leon the lion, Regent and Regina. Interesting name choices. Leon? He died? Yes, actually he was killed. My dad killed him. Yeah, why did he do that? I'm not sure why he did it. Definitely get charmed when she looks at you with those innocent eyes. I not had any evidence yet, did I? Oh wait, maybe I have to ask her about her dad. After practice was over, Oh, do you hear the music stop? On the right track. Ah, I'm smart. For this time, then. For this time, smart. After practice was over, Dad went right back to his room. His room? Yes. That door right over there leads to the ringmaster's room. I don't know why, but he went over to his room in a hurry. I wonder what happened. Oh, you hit it. That's nice. Like, I've become better at the chart on Sand Planet, but that red part is like, how do I press that? I'm just like sitting in the controller pressing random buttons, be like, was that correct? No, okay, let's try again. This was the ringmaster's room. Yes, the room belonged to the victim, which means that must be where Max met the ringmaster last night. Now that you mention it, that's what he said. Wonder what it's an interesting poster. Ooh, it's the poster of Max. I want it. Nick, I want it. Nick. Okay, go out of here. This is strange, everything else looks nice, but this desk looks all too cheap. There is a really big photo on the deck. A picture of Regina and her father, the ringmaster. He really loved her, didn't he? Regina was lucky to have such a wonderful father. There's a lot of posters here, don't you think? There are indeed. So many posters that are unlikely to miss one, eh? Which one are they? Yeah, we're supposed to be the honest one around here. But you didn't even notice that I took one. Always tried one, haha. They're incorrigible, you know that. Why did we get a poster? Can I just throw it away? Delete it from the port record, please. Nick, look at all the cute trophies! Just look at all the awards the circus has won. Like, all country quiz champions, ringmaster, associating, mini golf master, beer belly balloon bounce champ, pet grooming Grand Prix. Oh, ringmaster was multi-talented in ways I could have never imagined. I don't know this, but they call this a tailcoat. And they call this the face of someone who already knew that. There? Scrap of white paper sticking out of the coat pocket. Where? Calm down. Yeah. Can't just go rummaging through people's coats. You always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. This is where the ringmaster applied his makeup. Quite a collection of the most understand colors. Talking pink, for example. This one says it's 100% all neutral organic mascara. And this one says sensitive enough for a baby, strong enough for a mime. He must have been really concerned about skincare. Very metrosexual. Nick, look at all the photos up on the wall. Like a guided tour of the circus history. This is so cool, seems like there were so many happy memories. Maybe we should do this sort of thing at our office. Open the picture for all the clients who have been found not guilty. What if we had a client who was found guilty? Well, we just pretend like they didn't exist. How's that? Nick! Now you got me thinking about losing cases. Why you do that? All of these frames look the same. They almost look like thank you cards. Looks like every and the ringmaster made donations to charity. To the Robot Clown Research Center. You're kidding, right? What? There may be a perfectly reputable charity in the field of advanced tomfoolery. If this table for guests, there are some papers scattered on top. Oh, look at this! Max said there is written on this piece of paper. Look! What is it? Did you know that the magician... This salary is incredible! It looks like she's about ready to pass out from shock. How much is it? How much is it? That much? Incredible, huh? You can say that again. Ringmaster signs it and dated. What's the matter, Nick? Nick's definitely got a raise, but this document is dated a week ago. Well. Look, that's where Max comes out during the show. I've got to admit that it was a pretty cool effect. We're planning for me to start coming out of the line during the show. That's great, Regina. I didn't ask. Yeah, we ride on the regent's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. I want to try too. I ride on Nick's back and jump out of the lion's mouth. No, hold up. Don't ride on my back, please. Oh. Doesn't seem to be anything that can help us, not a single clue. You know, I've been managing to ask you. What exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are you looking for? A bloody chainsaw, for instance. Well, there's definitely one of those here. Oh, those lights are huge. I love light. Whenever I appear under the spotlight, everyone claps for me. That's because everyone knows that you're cute. No, I'm not cute. You're cute. Me? Of course, I'm sure you make an incredible heroine. Do you think so? Nick, did you hear that? Me, a heroine? What about Nick, Regina? Nick? He's no hero, is he? Ouch, that a lot. The seats are kind of far away, don't you think? They are, but it also means a lot of people can fit in a big top. He's right, we can fit 500 people into a show. 500 is amazing. Flying around above that many people is a real rush. At least that was Max said. Ah, ladder. It's just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter, Nick. Okay. You know something about Max? No. Also, no, nothing. Oh, maybe I'll go back to Max. Let's go to the loading house. There seems to be a dorm when other performers in the circus stay. Hey Elise, we might run into the stoeltje clown here. Rijdt hij zijn cookie? Ah, it's YouTube. Oh. Hello, Gumshoe. Hello, Dick. Hi, Dick. As you guys always seem to know when I'm working a crime scene, pal. Because you're always working, detective. Well, I'd not always be working, but with crime you don't make your own hours. I have to be at the circus anyway. I want to see the lion tamer and the tightrope. However, no matter where I go, the show is always the same. Dead body, stage left. Nicky's complaint. That's a rarity. Let's get back to business, okay? Do you know who will be the prosecutor in court tomorrow? Oh, miss, I'll whip everyone's ass again. Can I bring my own whip into court and be like, I'll whip your ass? She isn't gonna hit me with a whip again, is she? Well, you have to worry about. You only have to see her record. When she shows up at the precinct, signs of the whip never ends, pal. Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure Miss from Com are really interested in all, but there's someone else I'd rather talk about. Like who? Mr. Edwards, of course. You know, Nick's true rival, Miles Edgeworth. What in the world happened after I went back home? Mr. Edgeworth, you haven't heard what happened to him? Nick won't tell me! Well, to be honest, I'm not a liberty to tell you either. Let's just say he's not around anymore. He's not around? Nick, what does he mean? Mr. Edgeworth isn't around. Well, exactly what he said. Edgeworth is gone. Don't say his name again, okay? Nick? The rest of the circus was murdered, wasn't he? Yep. Last night around 10 PM. He died outside in the cold. A pretty sad way to go out if you ask me, pal. It was rather cold. This is the scene of the crime, pal. The body was found right over there. Right about where you are standing now. Woo! Oh ho ho, surprised you, didn't I? I'm not laughing! Excuse me, but do you mind telling me what happened to the victim? He was killed by a blow to the noggin, pal. Yep. It's pretty clear cut as far as murders go. He was discovered quickly. But there's just one thing that doesn't quite fit. Haha, there's always something. Always seems to be something that doesn't quite fit. There's this one thing that just didn't quite fit. The thing you mentioned earlier. Footprints, pal. Footprints. Footprints? Look at this picture of the crime scene. What's this? A wooden box under the body? No clue, pal. A forensic expert took it back and are examining it now. And what is so mysterious about the footprint? Oh, calm down. Take a good look at the footprints in the picture. The victim's footprints are on the scene. That's right, Paul. The problem is... the killer's footprints aren't there. Well, there's one thing that makes me feel off. This one here seems to be merged. Bingo. Where did the killer come from? And where did the killer run off to? Where did the killer go? How did he reach 100 minutes old? I know, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. A flying culprit? This one something just clicked in my head. There's no way! Flying is impossible! That's right, flying is impossible. Absolutely impossible, haha. That's what the hollow left, pal. I mean, not a bad pal. Better stay that. It means I don't want to talk about it. Maybe I can get some info about mental out of him. Can't talk with evidence about me? What sort of detective are you? Looks like Max is the most unpopular guy in the circus tent. You know what they say, a bad attitude follows you everywhere. He's a bit arrogant, but he didn't seem that bad. But just because someone has bad attitude doesn't make them a criminal. It's not just its attitude. It's attitude. I got proof, pal. Huh? He left something at the scene of the crime. One of his magician trademarks. An incredibly well-made silk hat. Well, those are very decorative elements. Max uses a cloak, silk hat, and white roses as the signature symbols. That's what he said. It said, eyewitness. Ooh. Tell us about the eyewitness. I wanna see something there, because... yeah, his cloak, white roses, and silk hat. Oh. How about eyewitness? Oh, ho, ho, you know, I'm not going to tell you about that. That's the prostitution's trump card. Oh, well. Oh, I just remembered. What? I forgot to mention that you two are barred from entering the loading out. Why is that? Oh, no reason, just something I remembered to tell you. Must be because that's where the eyewitness is. Let's check this out. Don't you dare, pal. You're gonna... This year I finally won an air conditioner. What? You didn't have an air conditioner? You didn't have one like me blowing in the back now, because otherwise being pregnant and this warmth is not bearable at all. What do you mean you won an air conditioner? You didn't buy it? You could afford one of those things. I got lucky and won it as a door prize at the annual police Christmas party. They pay you peanuts, don't they? Peanuts? I don't even get paid enough for peanuts butter. Oh. This is the only place the snow has been trounced upon. The murder was sloppy, leaving all these prints all over. No, we're the ones who left the prints. An investigation can be a messy thing sometimes. Huh? I also slipped and fell in the spot over there. The other detectives all got a good laugh and the prosecutor with me. Thank God there was all the snow around to bring down the swelling. That's great. The safety lights around the circus are kept on all night long. So they should have been at the time of the murder. That's strange. So the murder took place at the light. Who is texting me? Ellie, babe, shut up. Oh, no. No, that's just a Twitch meal. You paid your subscription, Elise. Oh. Was that everything? There's some evidence under the tarp over there. Hey, watch it, pal. The killer is behind the tarp. Ooh! Oh, gotcha. I was just kidding. Oh, ho, ho. same still. I wonder whose room this is. And then there comes the door says Mo. I guess he's not here. Oh, it's a real mess in here. My room's probably worse though. My room is also worse at the moment. I see more at Elio's place when we together, but he comes from time to my room, but my room is a mess. Because basically I have like, I had a leak in my wall, and so my bed is a bit forward to tie up the wall, because there was basically no leak, so I have to paint it once, but I have to do it in the summer. But my room is so, like, I have like a 14 square meter room, so it's like a lot. It's like basically built in like a sort of U-shaped walking space of my bed in between the U-shape and around the U, or like my desk, my closet, you know, my TV, or the TV that I have, which my Switch is connected to. So, oh, this clown's costume lined up like they, I don't know about you, but is this creepy? Look at the collection he's got! It's incredible! Must be a collection of clown costumes from around the world. Oh, I almost forgot! But this is nice, you better not want me to tie one on those. I was thinking of starting a costume collection myself. I call it World Spirit Channels. We can display it in our office. In our office? As soon as you start paying the bills, that you can say that. But there is a string of carrots here. That's strange, the carrots seem to come in all different shapes. Weird. I can tell if one just likes carrots or if he's just using them from sort of gag. Hee, clown equipment is so funny looking. Got a balancing ball and unicycles, even got a trampoline. But they're all broken. Maybe we're just a little too excited during practice. Who knows with that guy, maybe just part of the gag. Awesome, look at all the shoes, they're great. Look at the shoes, check out the great gag banana peel. The shirt was a most check after lunch. Are you blind? Look at how many sketches there are from people sleeping on it. I seem to be a voracious reader. Look at all the hard books he has here. Clowns for Dummies, The Joke's on You, Teacher Pion's Right, and the classic Funny Jokes Are Funny. Oh, it's very serious. Joke's on You, huh? Oh, he's got an excellent pair of pajamas, laid on his bed in an excellent manner. Those are pajamas? I mean, he goes to bed dressed as clown? I guess. Look at the ceiling, it looks like someone punched a hole in it. You're right, I wonder what happened. No, I probably know what to do. If I go to the big top, I have nothing to do. No. I have nothing to do anymore. Here. Circus entrance. Move to the detention center. Max isn't here. Must be questioning. Ah, I want to see a magic trick. He'll be back in a little bit. Fuck's sake. I thought I had to talk with him. Alright, we got lots of things you have to look into. Time for slacking, let's get going. Hawk? What's the matter? You seem down. Max million Galactica would have guessed he was country bumpkin. Huh? There's a lot of things we can do. Go to the scene of the crime, talk to witness, gather evidence. Yeah, I guess you're right. I need information. Okay. So I probably need to do something with you. The silk hat says Max. That's right. It's beautiful, isn't it? I thought of the idea for wearing the hat. Huh? Really? Yep. He took my sketch to the hat shop. And they made a custom hat for him based off the sketch. There's only one of these silk hats in their entire world. Oh, and isn't that cool? It's Max, hey! Where is Max now anyways? You don't know? Nope. He's been arrested. He was charged with the murder of your father. It's Oak, Nick and I will help him. Max isn't a guy, is he? I mean, the criminal? Of course he's not. I'm worried about so many things right now. Like what? Hey Gina, what's the matter? What's on your mind? Yeah, I'll tell you Maya, but just you. Well... What, really? And then... Oh mate, that's incredible, Regina. Come on, Nick. There's no reason to pout. Don't worry about me. Regina told me that someone Oh. That's Maximilian Galactica, okay. Then on the exact same day, another person professed their love for her as well. What? Who was it? Someone named Trilo. Trilo? Apparently he's a teenager who sings in a circus. Regina seems to be quite a hit with the men in the circus. She must have some sort of strange power over them. You're not kidding. Kill people in one day. Even I want to profess my love for her. Me too, she's so cute. Yeah. Huh? Hey Nick, look over there. What? There's someone over there. Excuse me. Hello? Whoa, you sure it's a quiet one? Excuse me! Me? Yes, you work at the circus, don't you? No, I'm just your average day. Average Joe. Average Joe who just happens to hang out at the circus. I don't think so. Yes, I am. I got nothing to do with what's going on here. He's lying like any regular person would hang around the circus dressed like that. I'm an attorney. My name is Wright. I'm Miss werent media. My name is Maya. Well, I am just happen to be passing by. I don't suppose you happen to be some kind of carny. Not a carny, I'm a performer actually. I'm a ventriloquist. Ventriloquist? I'm Benjamin Woodman. Your last name is Woodman? Sneaker? Yes, that's right, but everyone calls me Elise stopped working 404. Please restart Elise. Imagine you just like reading that, you'd be like, you see like a loading sign across your eyes, like, and see an error message pop up. Elise stopped working, 500 server error. Can you please restart Elise? Just people standing there like, oh. Ah, yes, that's your alias, right? I believe they call it a stage name. Excuse me, Ben? Yes, you mean me? About the murder, I'd like to talk to you about the details, if I may. I'm just a regular normal guy. I don't know, That's so nervous, it's creeping me out. Nick, cheer up, just try and smell. Would you mind telling us something about Max? Maximilian Galactica? Max? He is not very nice. Did you just say that Max isn't very nice? Oh, my head hurts. Yes, I hope he is okay. Somebody just popped the gasket. And so you're ventriloquist? I am just a regular guy. You already told us that you were a ventriloquist. Oh, yeah, yes. Nick, don't yell at him. You can't do that. Oh, I did it. So shut up. Under my leash, by the way. I can't help it, it's making me nervous. And would you mind showing some of your skills as ventriloquist? Oh, right now, man, I irk. It's contagious. Boys and kids, thanks for the follow. House live. Welcome to stream where Ben talk like this, and is really nervous. I'm not making it up. Would you mind taking a look at this? I guess we won't need you to look after this as well. Nope, that's not it either. Nothing new here. Oh, there's something new here. Hello, Gabamino! Congratulations, you're the big winner! I don't have a voice tomorrow. I'm not gonna have a voice tomorrow. I feel like Ali have my voice out. 1 millionth visitor to the room of the Mr. Mo Girls, aka me. Earplugs must find earplugs. To celebrate this momentous occasion, would you care for an orange organic grape? This one? Did you get my joke right there? I didn't get it. I will should give you more than one. No. If it was funny, it's your duty. No. If it was funny, it's your duty as a human beginning to laugh. Well, I'm not a human. I'm a Vocaloid. So, is a Vocaloid a human? Well, I was partially human still, so. People who don't laugh are usually less seen in Lansing. He's trying to be funny. Because he isn't. Maya? It looks so frustration here. Frustration nightmare. Come on, man, it was funny. Clowns are always funny in my book. Well, I don't know which book you read, but they are not funny. Just funny looking. You sure do have a great taste in clothes, girly. Look at the garb. You look just like Greta Garb. Oh, the insult. I want to pick that, Maya. I want it. Oh, I'm going home. No, Nick, you can't. You know, I can excuse a bad joke or two, but this stooge keeps laughing at his own joke. That's what I object to. Okay, I get it. You have to admit he's kind of funny. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. He's just like the guy or girl who laughs at his own jokes way too hard. While he's not funny, all just standing there looking at him like... Are you done? Are you done laughing? No? Okay. Could you please tell us more about the very big circus? It's a very big story! No, I don't got that kind of time. I am out of here. Time to stop. The circus has been in business for 20 years. They all performed under the guidance of the ringmaster Russell Berry. 20 years? Wow. Working in the circus is never easy, especially nowadays. With movies, TV and bowling, there's just too much competition. But I love the circus. I love it too. This is why I've been here for 20 years. We work hard to keep the show running. No one sends in the clown on us. Nicky just made a joke. Laugh.
Emotional damage.
Ha. The ringmaster was a real big shot in the circus world, a real class act. Even when there was no customers, Russell would use his own money to pay me. Because he knew that I had a family to care for. He was happy to take care of his employees. I see. How could anyone do that to such a wonderful man? Oh. Wiggity, what? Ugh. Sorry, Mo. I was born without a sense of humor. I was born with that sense of humor, but this isn't funny. I'm sick. Don't worry about it. I can't fault someone that's being born that way. I'm just gonna press Alt F4. I'm gonna leave. You two have fun. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do my work. So, Yeah, bye. Gonna do my work. Oh, I check the coast. See you two have it so fun. Like I said, I'm gonna do my work. So, bye. You two done? Can I go back? I can't go clean anymore, for fuck's sake. I can't go clean anymore. Everything okay? Yeah, we can go. Ah, let's see. It must have taken place around 10 PM last night. After the sorrows were finished, I was tuckered out, so I came back here. After I went to bed, that's when I caught a peek of it. Caught a peek? Of the crime. Ringmaster was truly ahead of his time. He would always add new elements to the show. New elements? When you've been a performer for a long time, your act starts getting a bit stale. I realize that even my act can get a bit long in the tooth. Sometimes my joke can be a bit old-fashioned. A bit long in the tooth? But that makes believer take things too far. Make believer? A magician, the one that thinks he's all high and mighty. He had the gall to say to me, you're one of those funny types, right? What does he mean with one of those? But the joke's on him now. On him. Yep, he got on everyone's nerves. The day of the murder. Go ahead. Oh, no way, just forget I said anything. And if I present you his head? It's the upties faker uptie top hat. You found this at the scene of the crime, did they? That's what I've been told. Unbelievable, that jerk killed the ringmaster. Really is a shame what happened to the ringmaster, huh, Mal? Seems that the ringmaster was truly a great man. I don't want this fight to be funny, because I can be funny from time to time. Or I don't try to be funny when I'm not. If he thinks he can kill the ringmaster, it's only just that he should die too. No! Oh hey, I crossed the line, but he's truly a disgusting human being. Why do you hate him so much? Let me tell you this one story. The morning before the murder, something terrible happened. Max clonked Ben right over the head, as hard as he could. Ben, the ventriloquist with the speech impediment? Just go to the cafeteria and investigate for yourself. Cafeteria? Let's just say there's gotta be something interesting there. Ah yes. A very big circus is very big, isn't it? You should always carry a map with you to get around. Eine chronic. I'm gonna die of cringe here. Almost. You say it's the crime, do you mind telling me what you saw? Well, the police told me that I can share my story with others. Don't say a word, pal. I'm just gonna have to let these lips stay zipped. That's not fair. I guess you're right. Maybe I can tell you a few details. But only if you can get old stiff lips here to make with the funny stiff lips. Wait, do you mean me? Nick! You can do it. What's the matter? Just getting ready. Okay, do you know why you're Phoenix Wright I'm a great lawyer? Because I'm right all the time. Just a silence. You're just standing there like... No, Nick, no. Look, I heard some bad jokes in my time, but no, Nick, no. At least his expectations are low. I wanna let him quit his day job. He's got a guy some slack over there. Wasn't the greatest joke I heard, but you did try, so I'll tell you what I saw. That night, once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Once I heard it, I jumped out of bed. That's when I saw... Without question, without a doubt, it was the magician. That's all I saw, but it just proves how terrible the man actually is. Much more about Max than he is letting on. Felix picks up. Very big circus. Big top, the cafeteria, the ringmaster's room, the loading house, we're now in most 1F. So. If I do this, wait. Would you mind taking a look at this? You! This place is a ghost! Yeah, you're not the one saying. What was it that Mo said? He said that yesterday morning Max clung Ben over the head here. He also said there's gotta be something interesting there. Nick, what's gonna be interesting? Don't ask. I don't know. This is strange. There's nothing on top of the stand. Look here, Max is written on it. Must be his VIP stable. His VIP. Is it a bit small to be a VIP table? Just you won't be putting on 10-course meal on this. No, you can still eat hamburgers, right? Keep our cafeteria clean. I don't think that poster is like live through. Bulletin board from bulletins. It doesn't look like there's anything useful clue posted here. Boring. Maybe we should leave a juicy tidbit for someone to read. Juicy. You know, like a fake clue. Maybe something like a message from the killer. Give it up, Maria. You know, Gumshoe will take it all seriously. No clues here. Looks like they left it exactly as it was on the night of the murder. They said they didn't seem too worried about cleaning up the dishes, did they? Looking at all the dishes and making me hungry. Let's go buy a burger at the snack stand outside. Once we're finished with the case, Maya. Alright, then let's get this over with, Nick. Here we go, whoa! Where's the mute button when you need it? What's this? Must be a juice bottle or something. Watch out, Nick. There is broken glass all over the floor. A broken bottle just laying in the middle of the floor. Do you think it means anything? There's gotta be something interesting here. Oh? Looks like we're going to have to go back and meet with him. Him? Dirty dishes all over the place. It must be too hectic the last time to clean up. You know, I can't stand a mess, Nick. I think you and I should clean this place up for them. Why do we have to clean up? Once because I hate dirty cafeterias, still because once bears repeating. But this is a crime scene. You can't clean it up. You have to preserve it for evidence. You know I really hate dirty cafeterias. Cleaning dirty cafeterias. Kitchen's over there. Everyone must have taken turns cooking. There's the duty list posted there. I wouldn't mind trying my hand at cooking for this many people. Maya's killer Hamburg. You tried, wouldn't you? You would try, wouldn't you? I guess I want to try. Keep our cafeteria clean. Yeah, doesn't seem like everyone reads this. Maybe you should make it like easier to understand. Clean it or die. Well, then we'll definitely make them clean up. Just been knocked over. That's what it looked like. Almost like if someone knocked it over in a struggle or used it for self-defense. Or maybe Regent likes to eat his dinner in the cafeteria. Can we need to talk to... Not you. You're too cute. Do we need to talk with you? Oh man, we need to talk... Oh. We need to talk with Max. Max Millionaire. Need to talk with our little Max. Oh, it's my two sweeties. Welcome to the detention center. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop. I said I'm gonna leave. Have fun, guys. Done working. Done. I'm done working. LEF. Oh yeah, wait, my paper's not home. Fuck. I wanna app him, like. Let me app him, like. LEF reminds me. Remind me that I don't need take any new cases, and I'm going on a pregnancy break while I'm at it. Send it. If I get another case like this, I'm gonna quit being an ace attorney. I'm gonna quit. Wonderfully fantabulous. I mean fabulous. That's why we came to meet you again. What's wrong? Quite making such a scary face. Hey then, Max. Let's make this absolutely fabulous. Well, the first thing is first. Can I ask what you do with such an exorbitant salary? You already covered this point. I'm paying off my father's debt. You possibly have such a large amount of debt. For example, say you rented the video. Perhaps you forget about it for say a short period of about 10 years. You would have the biggest late fee known to man. It's kinda like that. Oh, now I can see I get much debt. That doesn't make any sense. Aha, this is my Sailcat. It's the only one of its kind in the world. One of my most prized possessions. Sailcat proves that I was somewhere else. Where did they find this? Huh, sweetie? You know what? A guy got murdered. Yeah, not so fabulous after all, eh? Shithead. I don't know nothing about nothing. You makes it so pathetic like this. That's the ringmaster. It's a shame what happened. He was going to be like a father to me. Thanks for your galactic. No matter where you see me, you get shivers, don't you? The Sailcat, the cloak, the white rose on my chest. Are my symbols. Now I had to cut the number of symbols to 3. Really? You had quite a few to begin with then, huh? Well, I thought that you could never have too many symbols. Sunglasses, beauty marks, soft pillars for lips, a beard, buck teeth. I give all sorts of symbols a shot. Like, I think, like, my mark is for me and what the symbols are. My mark is my symbol, basically. The mark tells me I'm on Elise. But I forgot when I put on my makeup, I always forget who I am. It's awful, especially for a magician. What about this? Oh. I forgot this was here. You have 3 locks? Heard a lot about you at the circus, Max. You just mean from those dinosaurs. How are those Jurassic heretics? Max, you aren't very popular with other performers, are you? Yes, sweetie, that's what they call jealousy. G-E-A-L-O-U-S-Y. They're absolutely jealous of my absolutely fabulous self. People really understand, they see the obvious difference between us. People really understand. For instance, my sweetie pie. So Regina understands him, huh? I plan on getting married to her. She's truly my sweetie pie princess. Oh. Oh, that's so cool. It's already in the works. Oh? That's strange. Regina never said anything about actual marrying this joker. You met with the ringmaster on the night of the murder. Yes, I was with him around 10 PM once I was done with practice. I went to his room right after we finished. I found the ringmaster body in the plaza in front of the lodging house. Yeah, I heard about that. He needed to step out for a bit, so I waited in his room for him to return. Oh? Sorry, Max, I have something I must attend to right now. Do you mind waiting for me right here? Pretty cold outside, where's your coat? It's alright, I'll be right back. It should only take about 10 minutes. And then? I waited for him, but he never came back. Did he go to the plaza where the body was discovered? Possibly. The snow had tapered off a bit, but it was still very cold outside. But I have no idea what he went off to do. I don't think I can break your lock yet. So... Can I break your lock? I think I can. It only would prove you got a raise. Did I move something? Did I miss something? Thanks, same as make no anyways, you don't know optimal. One was of terrible management put on the table. Nee, can't even think about it. Oh, I have to break his lock. Or... I missed something. How could anyone do this to you? Hi, schools. I think I have to break his lock because... I didn't want to talk about anything else too. So... maybe, I think we have to go break a lock. You have no other choice. Last night you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary as such. Exactly, we reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth, the whole truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies and hate lies even more. What are you insulting? I have proof. That's... It was on the table in the ringmaster's room. You weren't lying when you said that you received quite a raise. Is there a problem with being well compensated? Not with the compensation, just with the date. This is dated a week ago. Max, you finished your contract negotiation a week ago. Fabulous. Alright, I tell you the truth. That night, the ringmaster called me to his room. Tells you? Why did he do that? Sorry, sweetie, that's private. Max, perhaps you could share with me what you two spoke about? It was a fight, wasn't it? Isn't that why you were called to the ringmaster's room that night? Where did you get that? The cafeteria, but you already knew that, didn't you? Of course. I fell and broke on the floor. Still hiding something, Mills. X. What is it, my sweetie? You didn't fall and break on the floor. You used this bottle too? But then? You nailed him over the head with this bottle, didn't you? And that's why you got called to the ringmaster's office. Fabulous! You might as well be a magician. Oh, you could break it. I was not sure, but... I was like not sure, but... Oh, we broke it. The truth is, yesterday morning during breakfast we had a run-in. You mean, you had a fight with Ben the ventriloquist? You could put it that way. Why did you fight with him? Ben seems like such a quiet man. He thought about my sweetie pie. You mean, Regina? That ill-bred creep told my sweet pie princess that he was in love with her. Would you put up with that? Oh. Oh. There are two lovers. Oh. Oh, Brett, are you talking about the same Ben? Told her he was in love with her. Are you sure this is Ben we're talking about? All I can say is that he made me mad and I had to tap him on his hard head. That's when the ringmaster called me and I realized that that was my chance. Your chance? That's when I went to his room and laid out all on the table. I asked him to let me marry my sweetie pie. What? The ringmaster told me that it sounds good to me. That's why my sweetie pie is my sweetie pie. No one else. I see. So we have a love-hate story. This man was causing me so much trouble I realized I had to shut him up. Shut him up? What did you do by shut him up? You don't know, do you, my sweeties? Kilo can't say a word. Not without Ben. Oh, the doll. But the puppet doesn't talk. I know, that's why I hid it. Before the police came and took me away, of course. If that puppet started flopping off at the balsa, I'd be screwed. Hit him? You mean the ventriloquist puppet? You're so smart, sweetie. When you hit him. What, sweetie? You aren't thinking of trying to add him to my defense, are you? Ben does seem awfully lonely without his puppet. Fabulous! I should have taught him a lesson. Okay, I hit Trilo in the ringmaster's room. You don't mind going there and getting Trilo for me, do you, my sweeties? No problem, not at all. You know I can stand to see my sweeties in the jam. Why do you say sweeties so much? I swear to God, if I get a client like this again, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go out. Like, done. Bye. Bye, guys. And don't go hurting puppets. So I have to get to the ringmaster's room. Ben is not here anymore. Yeah, I want to ask him something. It's cold outside. Wait, it's not Christmas yet. It's June. It's July. I apologize. It's probably in a tent. What do you think, Nick? I wonder if I've been making any progress. Don't be so negative. Of course we are making progress. But everyone loved the ringmaster and there's no sign of footprints on the scene. There's still a lot of mysteries left to be solved. Of course. And now Regina isn't here. I must see now is that related. It looks like the same as always, a great big mess. Considering how messy it is, I bet they wouldn't notice if another poster went missing. Yeah, we're here to be loyal people, or you be like, oh, let me take that poster, let me take that poster, let me take that poster, they won't be noticed. And before you know it, she took all the posters off the wall, and the police is just standing there. Aren't the posters all over this wall? Aren't they? I'm just kidding, you know, I already got one of these posters. You mean, stole one of those posters. Let's focus on what Max told us. He said he hid Trillo somewhere in his room. Trillo, oh, the ventriloquist puppet. Where would I hide a puppet? In this room. Under the desk? Nick, look at all the cute trophies. Indeed, just look at all the awards the circus has won. Like, All Country Quiz Champion, Remaster Association, Mini Golf Master, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ. Now that I think about it, what should I understand by Beer Bounce Belly Champ? No, Beer Belly Balloon Bounce Champ. Do you like bounce balloons off your belly into the air or something? And see how far it comes? Because if they like drift away, then Pet Grooming can fix. Oh, the remaster was multi-talented in ways I could never imagine. Huh? There's something shoved under the bookshelf. This is... Ah, the Strilo. This is Ben Puppet. I think you're right. I'll give it back to him later. Why do we have to carry this thing? Well, I don't know. Why would you? Ben! Hello? Ben? I have the puppet, so... I guess that's what you were looking for? Spunk, huh? Trino is such a wooden cheeky excuse for a puppet. I can't believe that this thing is what I'm up against for Regina's love. Ah, my sweetie pie. Loves only me. So... This is just like a love-hate story go on. You're up against what for Regina's love? Whatever, let's hurry up and give this thing back to Ben. But where is Ben? Oh wait, I didn't check one place. That's the cafeteria. Be like, somebody saw Ben? Hello, Ben? Ben? Hello? Of course, the one place I didn't check, huh? Oh, hey Ben! Hello. Hello to you too, it's awfully cold today, don't you agree? Yeah, I do indeed. Don't you think it's cold, Nick? Cool. No, for fuck's sake. Now that the song is in my head, you know, it's cold outside from Christmas. I don't know if it's called this cold outside from Christmas, but the Christmas song, it's like cold outside. Or something like that. And I don't know the lyrics too, but this stuck in my head. Oh. Is it cold outside for Christmas? That's how it's called? Right. Cold outside. Oh baby, it's cold outside. That's what it's called. Ben, this is yours, isn't it? Yes, that's fine. Here you go. Alright man, let's get going. It's that time, isn't it? See you around, Ben. Fuck. So Nick, where are we going next? Let's see, maybe... Hey, wait! Who said that? What are you looking at? I'm right here, you blind wench. What's your problem anyways? Don't you know how to properly greet someone? I could have thrown you in the burn thing. I could have thrown him in the burn thing, you know. Just throw... Can I take the doll back and just throw him in like in the burner or something? And is that you, Ben? No, I would never. That's me, down here. You're Trilo. That's Mr. Quiz to you, sir. Learn some manners before you blurt out my name. Now try speaking to me again, but this time with some proper respect. So that's Trilo. I will call him Trilo, and I said, if you don't treat me with respect, I will throw you in the proper burner. Now look at me when I'm talking to you, you 8-bit. Excuse me. For an attorney. Trino, we talked about insulting people, you promised. But he was mocking me! Not being mean to bullies was not included in this deal. I'm sorry, Trilo. Nick, what just happened? You're still a puppet, right? You're a puppet. Hey, what do you think you are? Calling me a puppet. Tell us what you know about the murderer. Talk to me? So you talk to me? Don't look at me. I mean, when you talk to me. You know, Chris, you behave, young man. Shut up, Woody. What murderer are you talking about? You mean the one where off the old man? Yeah, she's standing there like, I guess so. Oh wait, I forgot something. I want to test something. I made something before stream. But I never test. It's still generating. Hold on, still generating. Oh, let it generate for now. No need to make such a fetus about things. Old moods paid us all peanuts. You know, you can't say things like that. And then the ratio to be that kind of puppet. Don't you have never pills or something to take right now? Yeah, they're really an old couple. Still generating. I'll talk. Grams got clobbered over the head. Let me lay it all out for you. The bass sucks, the clown sucks, and my partner has his hands up my pants. Partner, you mean Ben? Yeah, the creepy old guy who never finds it in himself to leave me alone. Don't get back off for me, will you? He's just another one of the dorks around here. Oh, my. But I'll be fair. In this cesspool of human garbage masquerading as performers, I found my Madonna. Sure. Madonna. Regina, my lovely Regina. She's stunning, right, Ben? Well, I'm not sure if I would go that far. You'll have to excuse him, he does not understand with what he speaks. I, on the other hand, am an appreciator of true beauty. Hence, why I shall marry her. Marry? I told you, it's like a love story gone wrong. Yeah, wanna see me dab? Or try to attempt to dab? I do attempt to dab. Ringmaster got knocked upside his cheap head by the flying fraud. You mean Max Galichka? Why do you say that? You know, straighten it up. Don't accuse people like that. Straighten it up! I made a wood beside you were there. You know what happened? You were there. If you're that interested, then I'll let you in on the facts. You're going to marry Regina? That's right, she doesn't quite realize the joy that awaits her, does she? I think I'm beginning to see why she's troubled. Well, I don't care, it's my choice, not hers. We're getting hitched. You know, Theo, between us two. Phoenix and me outside, you know. I have a boyfriend, Elif, and even if we wanted to marry, he still has to accept it too, so if you want to marry Regina, she has to still accept it. And the fact that I'm pregnant doesn't change anything, but... Fuck's sake, I'm gonna throw this doll into the burner. I gave her a special gift. I gave her the wonderful thing of a song. Gave her a song? Oh, I'm a re-owned tenor. I'll be happy to know that this integration with one of my songs. Me. I want you to touch me. I want you to kiss me. I want you to... I want you to touch me. I want you to kiss me. I want you to... And the rest is private. Well, the melody is pretty good. Those lyrics... Watch me get banned, be like... Oh, because of those, I sang those. Rescue, I'm the artist here. Thanks, now that Trilo's here. Now that Trilo's here, does that mean you can talk normally now? Hey, butt face! Woo! Must be looking forward to tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Ambulance Chaser? You know, it's time to get rid of the pesky magician once and for all. Trilo? Enough jibber jabber, let's get to court already. Ah, hey, wait a second. Nick, what's going on? He's a witness for tomorrow's trial. Ah. Want to see me dance? No, I'm not gonna dance. So, that was interesting. Really interesting. I don't know what to say. Like, it's a love-hate story. I already can see where this is going. Like, Trilo tried to, like, frame... I can already see where this is going. Because Trilo tried to frame, you know, the maximum deletion, to, win Regina, and that sort of stuff. What in the world happened with Ben and Trilo? Why the purpose too? What did the purpose... Oh no, know what? Did he steal my badge? Hey, welcome back, Nick. That monkey. Ah, my badge! The monkey stole it. What? Mr. Attorney, the face was so cute. He looked so completely dumbfounded. Regina. You, that monkey. Hey, don't need to get angry, okay? But my attorney's badge. Don't worry, I'll help you out. Okay, if you say so. By the way, the monkey's name is Money. Money the monkey. His name is Money the monkey. The monkey's called Money. Yes. The rich chip just stole my attorney's badge. Mind if I get that back? Let's see what I can do, even if I have money problems. Huh? Whenever Money sees something shiny, he takes it back home. Haha, that's pretty funny. Well, I guess I just have to find out where Money disappeared too. I think that's your best bet. You'll probably ask Uncle Mo, he might know. Huh? You don't know. Well, Money isn't exactly someone I am friendly of terms with. What? He's not really the kind of animal I work with, but even if he does need taming. Oh, I see. You might tell us a bit about Ben? Ben? Hey, you know, the stupid clown. Why is it not loading? It's still generating, for fuck's sake. Oh well, maybe one another day. You mean the guy that is always hanging around with Trilo? What do you mean hanging around? Well, he was there when Trilo told me that he was in love with me. Trilo told you that he was in love with you? Yes, he did. Kinda cute, don't you think? He's so smart and he's such a wonderful singer. I love him. So, okay, we have a circus where a dad gets murdered. The daughter has a magician who's madly in love with her and is allowed to marry her by her dad that is dead. And now a doll has like... Like I don't know anymore. I'm too the pregnant brain doesn't work anymore. Regina, you were proposed to, weren't you? Supposed to? Nope. That wouldn't be for a while. Huh? Really? That's geen dit, denk ik? Yeah, Max and Taylor both said otherwise. They said they asked for her hand to marry. Ah, but Max only talked to the ringmaster about it. And I don't want to hear Trilo's song. I forgot about that. He asked for the ringmaster for her hand, not Regina directly. But I guess Trino hasn't asked her directly yet. What? Is he going to propose to me? I'm so confused. How about you, Mia? Huh? What? How do you think I should go for? Max or Trilo? Wait, you do realize that Trilo was a puppet. I don't care that he's a bit stiff. Yeah, I'm already imagining that she goes for Trilo and they're sitting in bed, you know. Trilo in bed, you know, and Ben is laying next to it with his hand out to the puppet and they're making out. They're making out and then you see Ben just laying there and be like, huh? Or just sitting at the bar, you know, on a date and Ben is sitting next to it and be like, I didn't ask you. Pfft. Oh, I need to go to Mo. Huh? Detective Grimshaw took off already, yeah. Well, because I ditched him earlier. I bet he and the other cops got lonely and headed back to the precinct. Oh my, even this Mr. Wright all the time. It's alright to be wrong every now and again, right? Gee, Nick, it's too... No, I'm too tired for this. Pink can handle this. No. Oh, Ellie, did you take back already? fine. If a case like this comes around, I'll skip for you, pig. Oh, such a sweet dude. So what can I do for you? Remember a good joke you wanted to tell me? Pull up a chair or maybe just pull my finger and let me have it? No. I'm just a little dumb. I said I'm gonna leave. Have fun. Now about Regina. Regina's such a pure, innocent child. She's such a cutie too. She was born and raised in the circus, you know. But that means she doesn't really know much about the world outside the big top. Sounds like Pearly. For her, every child's dream is of the circus is her everyday reality. She lives in the dream world. She seems dancing wild animals, men flying in the air, and one very fun clown every day. The funny thing is that all seems normal to her because it's her everyday life. Yeah. That being her reality is a good thing or a bad thing though. A clown sees life simply without complications. Have you ever heard of a monkey named Money? Ah yes, Money. He stole my attorney's badge. Well, Money does love shiny objects. It makes sense that he swiped your badge. But under no circumstance you can chase after him. Oh, why's that? Oh, I know. You don't want to get involved in any monkey business, guys. Exactly, bravo, bravo! Okay, enough joking around though. Money isn't considered a member of Regina's family. And who does he belong to? I'll be happy to take you to where his owner is staying. You mean right now? Of course! Shall we go? Oh, Arco's room. This is it. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I can't breathe. Don't be such a wimp. You only had to climb 2 flights of stairs. And pant. Anyways, this is the place, Arco's room. Arco? He's an acrobat. It seems like he's not around today. There's a big pile of junk over in the corner. I don't think it'd be wrong to assume the Phoenix stuff is over there too. Just be careful to make sure you got the right stuff. Thanks, boss. See you later. A monkey who takes care of Acro repeatedly gathers all sorts of shiny objects. It's a monkey calendar. Realize that jails are much amazing time flies. You know, one world chair, especially the last part. Still got one less person to help this year, max. This bed is incredibly well made. It's almost like a maid made it up. Even the laundry on top of the bed is folded perfectly. Nick! There's nothing unusual about that at all. It's how the thing's supposed to be. Can men respect another man for doing something sad men cannot do? Hey, the net strip. Money must be prone to breaking things. He's hardcore. The net looks fine to me. You really think that he plays basketball? I think so. Monkeys live above the room, you know. You're joking, right? Don't you think the monkey is going to go over your ball game? Of course, the monkey doesn't fake the dunk. Fake the funk on a nasty dunk. My brain is just sitting here like... all the bad word jokes are coming like one ear out and the other in. Yeah, man, he got a barbell. Look around everything he's got for upper body training. Wait a second, it's all the same machines I see on TV all the time. Hey Nick, what? I don't have this one. The barbells here is a new model. Don't overdo it, Maya. You don't want to end up a one muscle woman. Holy cow, there is a fork, a mirror, everything's shiny. Even a really cheap looking knockoff wristwatch. Look this, it's a trophy and it's really heavy. Nick, I found it, your badge. It's right here. Thanks, you really saved me, huh? What's the matter? Did you find something? Yeah, check this out. It's a ring. There's something engraved in it from T to R. Oh, that's why he didn't propose. He lost the ring. I know it's a game, but you're gonna tell me that a doll. Sorry for my hormones, but I can already imagine, just like I said, and you know, you see them laying in bed, you know, the doll and Regina next to him trying to start kissing, you know, you see Ben laying next to him, just like sticking with his hand and be like, yeah, just go on, I'm not here. I'm getting banned from Twitch. I'm actually thinking about becoming an Vtuber purely because of reasons of this. My hormones are too berry sometimes. Well, I think it's about time to wrap up our investigation. Do you think we'll win in court tomorrow? No, even I can't imagine what kind of testimony will come out tomorrow. I'm guessing Mo will be a witness in court tomorrow. Mo and maybe the puppet. Don't worry, Nick, no matter what, we still got a magician on our side. We need some magic tomorrow. We need for sure. We need for sure. But like, that's the thing, like, if I look at my that's the reason I put like a sexual warning thing on my Twitch, on this Twitch stream. My hormones are going rampant the last few days, and I made recordings that I've been looking at like, is that okay within TOS for YouTube or Twitch? You know, for TOS, especially for YouTube. And I'd be like, would it? And then I'm starting to think like, do I become a huge YouTuber thanks to that? Oh, we'll see. I have to go to court today. Ooh. I don't. December 29, 9:43 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Oh, good morning, Max. Max? Milk? What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be any stage. All you do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. Oh, no, we can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max, you just do what Nick say and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now, the dashing young lawyer flying photos in from above. I don't think I will be in the state enough to fly around the courtroom, you know. Being pregnant and flying around the courtroom wouldn't be a good thing. No. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really? No one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Oh, here we go again. Foolish fools prevent the foolish bummy through and the foolish circus full of foolish clowns. Go on and get on with it. So I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Jones. Honestly, the defendant also known as Maximilian Galicia. Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. Yeah, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone wouldn't mind if you call the defendant Maximilian Galicia. It sounds more friendly. This one, Karma, your opening statement, if you please. Well, you said that at the last trial, and I won that fair and square, so you can put that foolish whip back at your pocket, or turn around and before you say anytime, foolish, flubbery, foolish blobbish. You can go out of the court, I had enough already today. The spirit channeling trial was a shame. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. Oh, of course, now it wasn't legit. You lost them. Then it can't, do you hear me? In my book it did count, so You must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance, zero, slitch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why would you ask? Because it is not in the nature of Von Karma to lose at anything. You still lost last case, Miss Karma. I guess being born with the name from Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. What you learn, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. For a case you think never existed, you didn't lose, huh? So you you accepted that you lose. There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well, you may call your first witness from Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up there. Now! Oh, my leg hurt. My feet hurt. Ah. How's it going, Elise? I'm in court. I heard. I'm a defense attorney. I heard the most bad jokes ever that you're sitting there, you know, like... You know that one friend that makes a bad joke and completely laughs about itself for 5 minutes and you're just standing there like... I heard a doll. I heard a ventriloquist doll who want to marry a girl. So my imagination and hormones went like, they see, you know, just imagine a guy lying in bed with his doll, you know, and a girl next to him, cuddling. It's like, and then the magician killed somebody, and this von Karma is gonna say 20 times, if foolish, foolish, blubber is foolish, foolish, if it's foolish, foolish, dreaming foolish stuff, and a lot of foolish. So I think your favorite word is foolish, which she is. So, and the bottom part of my leg hurts. Ugh. It hurt a bit. But how's your life? Sorry to keep you from work. I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective. Don't mention it's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. Would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 PM, making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathering in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 PM. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the loading house at 10:15 PM. The victim was found bent over a wooden block, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Come on, see welke het niet go. Don't worry, I can die in this thing, so you don't have to worry about your pregnant street girl. So, a vertebrae in his neck. I'm gonna pronounce a lot of words wrong, so don't start any challenge with that. Beat into that. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. But I already see where this is going. Because the thing is, they think Maximilian Galactica killed the guy. But the ventriloquist doll is in... They're both in love with, like, Regina. So I already can see this going to a love story gone wrong. That the ventriloquist killed, you know, her dad. In order to blame the magician. So that the magician gets locked up away, he gets to have the girl, and, you know. I already can see where this is going. But you don't have to drink milk, or. You know what I hate about carvings? And that I think about it since I'm like around 2 months pregnant. The moment you're walking outside, you know, I'm for example walking with Elliot like just through the forest for like a nice walk with the summer heat now. Yeah, that also pronunciation is so hard, especially if you're not a native English speaker. And watch me now, nail every word, eh? You say you're something bad at, and you nail every word. But the thing with carving is if, for example, you walk outside, like I'm walking with like Elliot, for example, in a nice walk, and we're in the forest somewhere, and you get carving, for example, ice cream, and then you'll be there like, oh, I really could go for some mint chocolate ice cream. And then you're standing there like, well, we're in the forest, so I could say, I could like nap Elliot, be like, hey, can we go back? Yeah, or just keep the walk, and on the way back go some ice cream, and he'd be like, you know, that's the thing I hate. But I also been like I don't know if it calls for carving, but I've been like negging for Christmas at the point, so. Like that's the stupid part about carvings. Let me ask you about the snow. Nearly blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal, maybe when about 1.5 inches was off the ground. The snow froze in place and stayed in the ground until the next day. So let me see, there gotta be more to this. So, carvings are like a thing. But I had a family weekend away. So that was nice. Hello Josh, how's life? Welcome to foolish blabbering foolishness in a court full of foolish clowns, where clowns make extremely bad jokes. No, okay, I'll stop already before you have a brain fart. Something in the court about the snow. What about the snow? Well, but how's life, Josh? 3 times instead? Oh. You may imagine you walking outside and you see a couple walking, you know, and the girl's pregnant and you just see her nabbing. You see her suddenly... I'm currently 8. So 2 months. Or let's say it's 2 months since this thing appeared. I talked with Elise and Ellie of Sakai, and they say you're like have a month of symptoms before you're really pregnant. So it should be 2. But imagine just seeing a pregnant woman outside just all of a sudden with her friend, you know, her boyfriend, just biting in a tree trunk and you're just standing there like... Did you see that correctly? Yeah, well, you're free. Let me introduce myself. I'm known as Hudson Elise or Hudson Juju. I do plenty of types of stuff on this channel, and primarily Project Div on Saturday. As I said, as you see, I'm a pregnant trans Vtuber girl. If you have any questions, you can always ask. But if I don't feel comfy answering it, I will notice, and you just, you know, you'll notice you don't get an answer. That's how it works. Yeah, Hudson, Super Dragon. When you say all of the circus performance, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina, the animal trainer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. I almost forgot, Regent the was there as well. I'm a trans girl, so I'm officially... Let me explain. I officially was a boy who wanted to become a girl. But I got, and this is where it goes a bit off track. I got transformed in a dream into a girl that I am today. And thanks to my mark on my chest, that I see on my chest, I can travel Sakai's. And through the Sakai travels, I met my boyfriend Elliot. And I think his Sakai was to blame for my pregnancy, so see it as a weird explanation. So I'm like officially a boy, but I got some magical powers, and through the magical powers this happened, and I have to live with it, I guess. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you're welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. The practice session broke up around 10 PM. Oh, Josh, thanks for the follow. I hope you like my channel. I hope. Some people don't like it, but that's personal taste. Gina was playing with Regent while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. But privately, yeah, that's awfully suspicious. I wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about. Would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. But if you also want to know, this is one of my Sakai looks, because oh, I now notice that the sound is too low, but thanks for the headpad. But I now notice that this is my VBS look, basically. I went back to the Sakai's last week, after I got back from my home family weekend away, and they all still fitted, so it works. But as I said, need a leak. Somebody's wasting their leaks. But as I said, like also for you, Pudding Bed, if you have ever questions to me that you want to ask, you can always ask. And if I don't want to answer it, I say it honestly, because I can explain, you know, I can try to explain who I am, you know, what I do on this channel. But I think asking is better, and so that I don't bore you guys and girls. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 PM. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. Ow! It's totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright. Well, I'll just have to revisit the testimony later. Like this, Grimson, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying a wooden box when he was killed. Carrying a box, huh? It's a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? It was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. What you say? 20-pound box and boasts a small but strong lock. What should I ask about the wooden box? The contents of the lock. Why do you show us return each other now? Herp. Becoming cool. Nah, hey, putting back here now starting not with milk, but with leeks. Did I save? I saved. I wonder if I ask about the wooden box. Wooden box you figure is weight about 20 pounds, right? That's about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think it's lined with iron? The face says the box is really heavy. I want to know more about the wooden box. We're gonna know everything about this wooden box. God damn it. You might tell us what was inside the box. Well, we found the box. It was locked tighter than Fort Knox. But did you drink really so much milk? To be honest. How much milk did you drink that day? You know, I told this at the beginning of the stream, but you weren't there. Like, me and Elise today we were going out and getting the drying rack. Because basically in his house he has a drying machine, so I don't have to worry about that. But in my student room, I normally had the drying rack that I laid over my shower wall. I had like a wall in the shower that blocks off the shower a bit, you know, and a curtain. But there was like a window. Just didn't want to waste the 4 liter of milk because I'm getting old. You drank 4 liters? But so, basically I usually put my laundry on there. And I never had the thing, until last time I did my laundry on there. The window of the shower wall broke a bit open. Like a small bit. So I was like, ugh. So I got the drying rack today, so if I want to do laundry tomorrow, then I can put it on the drying rack, you know, have it standing next to me and be like, okay. But the thing is, when I bought the drying rack, it came with like 4 little knobs in the package. So I went home, you know, we got the drying rack, we got home. And I unpacked the drying rack and Elif, you know, he took a shot. I don't know what Elif did again, but he was gone for a bit. So I unpacked it and I saw the 4 knobs, I laid it on my bed. And then I put the drying rack up and the drying rack stood perfectly without any issues. And I just stood there with those 4 little knobs in my hands looking at this thing like, what am I supposed to do with this? There was no guide, nothing at all. No guide, nothing. And I was like, huh? What do I do with this? So Elif came back and saw me standing, you know, looking at my belly and those knobs and was like, babe, are you okay? And I was like, I don't know what I have to do with the knobs. And he was like, is there no guide, sweetie? I was like, no. So he saw me standing there in shock. And he grabbed the knobs out of my hand, put it in the closet, and be like, it's okay, babe, it works. So, just fold it back up and we're gonna use it tomorrow. And I was like, okay. I was just standing there in such disbelief, like, shock. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open, and all that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle, what is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a containment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Ah! So, that was my story today. According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You know your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? Police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it's something the perpetrator ran off with. I don't think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No, I bet he made it disappear with magic. Are we gonna get out this little bottle of pepper? Now that we wrapped it over the detective, I'd like to call my next visit. Got to greet you. Wait, what's it for emote? Let's be hi. Wait, do I have that emote? Huh. Why do I have that emote? I was thinking of getting new follower emotes because I basically got like these new emotes for tier 1 subscribers. But I was like, should I get new follower emotes, like 5 of them or 6 of them? These are my follower emotes. And I got them new. Wait, where is my last one? I didn't have S yet. So, yeah, I was thinking about like changing them to like more fitting my, you know, not this look, but my main look, you know. Where is my main look? Where's my main look? You know, this look. And then without the belly, of course, because some belly doesn't fit on Twitch emotes. So, more with this look. But I don't know what I will yet and what 5 I want. Because I want 5 and then I want at least replace Peak. And I want to replace Matt. Because I have a Matt emote, it's the Oko one. I had an idea, let me double check. I had a sort of Elise Woe idea. An Elise Peak idea. Elise Happy and an Elise Safe. And Elise This Is Fine. Or Glow Stick one. The This Is Fine is basically my dragon, you know, standing with fire idea. Like around him, like, this is fine. Or the Glow Stick one is me waving with glow sticks, like, I don't know if you can make a pregnant emote, to be honest. I don't know, I don't think you can. Let me get back into my VBS outfit. Because that was the one I'm going for this stream. I personally don't think you can. Because how small Twitch emotes become. And I don't know if there are people who are willing to draw a pregnant girl. You can always ask, but... I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I know, but wrapped up is such a meaning sound to a sensitive guy. Are there a few on Twitch T73, really? Yeah, I know there is like the normal pregnant emote if I'm correct. And here there's the normal pregnant emote. But... I don't know if people, like... That's the thing. I don't know if a pregnant chibi emote would work. Because... The thing is, I'd rather have chibi emotes that, you know, fit my thing. And pregnant chibi emote would be funny, of course, and would fit me more now in my current state, but I don't know. Is Benjamin Woodman to understand? Oh gosh, we're gonna have the aggressive doll. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Psylockes. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness call to the stand was on Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. The rope must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. And a really bad one. His lyrics was like he made a thing for Regina, like na 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 na. I want to kiss you. I want to like. I don't know what it was, but it was something so dirty that he'd be like, if I sing this one more time, I'm probably. If I sing the rest of his song, I'll probably get banned off Twitch. But like, you think that would work like a pregnant peaky mode, like something like this? For example, if I go like here and then my life like this. And I have like this, because a pregnant peaky mode would work, I think. I can't really do this well. No, I can do this well. My belly is in the way. Pregnant glow stick wave could work. Which ideas had I had? Also, a pregnant woke could work. Like a pregnant, you know, wow, you know, with like little stars around me, and we're like, oh, I want that. Give. That could work, maybe. That could work, but I don't know. Maybe you don't believe me, fine. I'll case you with a song. Me. The word of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decide by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? I had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, to speak. Rido, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think you have the sense to fix it. What do you have to do with this, like, this little thing? You do it, it's like, look at him. So ugly, I want to punch you in the face of it. Chance swelling will help. Know that your nose is the reason you never be in an A-listed store. Celebrity must really enjoy saying everything that flashes onto their minds. What's going on here? Order, order! I demand to know what the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trio handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting testimony. Ouch. I won't get anywhere trying to figure out this. Now, witness, let's proceed. But I think pregnant emotes, would I do that? I don't know. I have to think about it. It's been 2 months pregnant has been the 2 weirdest months of my life. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, I mean clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could the punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took the magic boy away. Without a doubt, he had on a silk hat cloak and the dumb white roses on his shed. Ew. Oh, that is not good. That's not good. Because that is Maximilian. He mistakes someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high. Dish the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean that the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame, it was a nice theory, but the clown can be the culprit. Trying to find a semi-good. I appreciate, like from the honest of my heart and the honest of my hormones, I appreciate your work. But if you can find a really good chibi emote, don't worry, I will do normal ones. Because you have to think, an emote can be made in 1000 pixels by, for example, 1000 pixels. But it has to shrink down to 112 by 112. And if my pregnant body falls away, then it doesn't not good visit anymore. And absolute proof. A silk hat. This was found at the scene of the crime and belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for that hat to be at the scene. I mean, 70 feet. Was it just an extension? Can I search in like emotes? Mod check. Or it seems to taking a while. I can enable it if people want me to. So I don't think there are any pregnant emotes. So well done, Miss Van Kamer. Your prosecution skills are unrivaled. Well done. Ok, I guess she's the boss again today. This is funny, dumb. Well, mostly. But how do I set up like 7TV? Do I need to just enable it for my Twitch chat? I like this. I like here. If for people who don't have like want to open it up. Yeah, look. But the thing, the thing, and that's the worst part. It is on 87 channels already. No, I'm probably not the first one who has this idea. Why doesn't it search pregnant things? Oh. These. These will be funny. enable that through Twitch also in my Streamlabs. I need to open... I only have Better TV in here. I need to enable it, I think. For example, if I sign in... So if I go to my channel... Send me the extension is. For example, if I add this one. Use emote. So I would now be on this channel if the channel uses. Is this for Twitch too? And let's add I wanna see, hold on. Oh, it's not my thing. Wait, it's not my thing. Oh, emotes. Hold on, let me add 5. And no. I need to be a subscriber. Oh. The one that looks good and is funny. The one that looks good and is funny. Like the rest is just an edit of someone's head on the pregnant woman emote. Most of them. I guess we're gonna add some Miko emotes. Oh. But that pregnancy test was a fun one to use. And it's the only good one. What the fuck is... I have Miku Star already. Add. Why is this called hi? Fuck you. This is called hi and then fuck you. Let's add. Oh, what did I do? Oh, hello. Oh no, fuck. Oh, apologies. I don't know what I did, but apologies. I'll be back. I did something, but... Let's, Nico Summer? Yeah, why not? So, if I now go to my thing. How do I use this? Can I use this now on Twitch? Or do I need an extension first? I don't know if you can see this, because if I do... let's do... Miku's... Oh, I need to enable an extension. Can I do that for my Twitch yet? Oh. Let me... And I'm on 70 emotes. You see the emotes. Okay, that works, but I don't. Does it show up? Does it show up in here? I had it. Yeah, did I change it? Here. Should show up. Okay. Weird. Maybe I need to reload it. Thing. Hold on. Refresh crash of current page. Ooh, summer. Oh well, we'll see it. I need to install the extension man to my browser. We'll see it works. We'll see it. If it doesn't work. If you have ever, by the way, for everyone who was watching or that sort of stuff, if you have ever any emotes that you would like to add, for example, let's say, yeah, let's say this one, just let me know, and I'll add it, and you know, I can add it. Just if I do this, like. I don't see it. How do I reload this without like going offline? Hold on. Is this reloaded? I have no clue. Maybe I need to restart, but I don't want to restart yet. So install 70 EV. So, if I go to my Twitch now, if I go to the Twitch page, and if I upload temper, if I mute the upload, no, I have time now, I have holiday, so I'm working on it now. If it works like this, yeah, see? And then it just doesn't work in here. Then it doesn't work in this Twitch chat yet. And I don't think I can enable it in my... At the parent. I enable it in here. I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna do that after stream indeed. Even a pregnant Elise. Yeah, I wanna know. You wanna see something? I don't know if it's already like generated. Still generating. Here, bye. I'm going off. I also can dance, huh? You know. Here. Bye. It looks really weird, but people will be leaving after this. It's really Miku-chan. Like, I don't know if this credits refresh for the program, I never know, but basically I still can generate four dances with like music to animation. Like this is something like this. So this stream turned weird. You know, the judges be like, is the defendant ready, done dancing? Is the attorney, is the defendant done dancing? And I'm standing here, no, I'm not done yet, give me a sec. I'm not done dancing, Judge. Can I go? Can I go cross-examination? Yeah, okay. I had like one of my family weekends away. I was allowed to jump on the trampoline for a bit. Because I walked in there and they like looked at me like, "You're pregnant, madam?" I'm like, "Yes." Well, since nobody's around jumping on like 30 degrees, so it's barely empty, you're allowed but too much, because I basically had to sign like a thing or a flyer that, you know, we're responsible for our own things. So I walked in there and the guy standing there just looked at me and like, "Am I allowed to jump?" "Yeah." Now normally it's against the rules, but since there's nobody today, so I was allowed to jump on trampolines. That was fun. So I had my workout Sunday too. First I'm talking about the old fart. He's so pathetic I can stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is ruining all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. He didn't have any choices, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being the first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? So on Saturday I went swimming with a bit of my family and it was fun. But that pool was so busy because it was so warm and such stuff. And Friday, when I got there, in the beginning I had like issues with my social battery. I had, you know that you have something sometimes, and you can't point what it is? Well, I had that, but I think my social battery was just empty. By the plaza entrance. There's some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm watching house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix, right, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thinker, at least my teachers always said I was. And basically a funny story that I didn't tell until now. From Friday on Saturday night, we had like, a guard who know one of our family members, so he said for the funny joke, you know, I come keep an eye on you guys more often. And he came quite often by, and especially when I was asleep around 12 PM, because I went around to bed around midnight because I was tired. Luckily I had my own room, so I was so happy, yeah? I could just lay around the 2 beds that I had and was like, oh. But in the night, apparently doing a joint, like smoking some weed was not allowed in the park. Okay, we made a mistake there. But then he asked, when he smelled that in the night, he asked my dad, like, who's the renter of the houses? And my dad said for the joke, because he asked for, you know, proof or an ID, and he said like, well, since you're a guard, I don't have the ID, with a funny joke. But he was already reaching for his, you know, his wallet, because his ID was in there. But he didn't like that, so he got a bit of a word fight, and we got basically a warning card, a yellow card. And if we got one more, then we could leave. But we didn't get a second one, we stayed for the Monday. So my next morning when I came, they were like, Elise, did you get the memo? We leave, we can leave. I was like, huh? Like, what did I miss? You know, because I slept really well. So. And basically they've like, we're reading the terms of service the whole morning too. And my dad and my older sister went to the reception to ask for like information on what happened and their side of the story. We didn't need to worry because it happened, and they will tell to the other, you know, security guards that come this time, because he wasn't scheduled for the weekend, so that was fun. But I like the swimming the most. Like, me and Elise like to swim a lot in the Sakai, but like on a place we fell in love, basically on this little special place. Of course, I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Snobby 3-piece getup. Get the wax out of your eyes, lower nowadays. Like you're talking to a brick wall. Max 3-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more defense altogether now? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should put a little bit more effort in preparing your questions. So, the most funniest thing I've done this weekend, I think we're still jumping on the trampolines, even while pregnant. Because it was not allowed, but it was fun. No, like, it was caretaken of such. Saturday night, my brother cooked, and he basically just cooked a dinner just to take off, you know? He just made some dinner and you could choose, so for the whole family, so there was enough for, you know, me and my child. Monday morning I just had some sandwiches, in the afternoon, my stepsister cooked some pancakes. In the evening, we barbecued, so I could eat whatever I want, and you know, and it doesn't end up. On Sunday morning, I ate some sandwiches again, and in the afternoon, we had some, what was it, a sandwich with knockwurst, or just a sausage sandwich, you know, a hot dog or something like a hot dog. And in the evening, we had pizza. It was just they just put some pizzas down and were like, yeah, get some pieces. And I ate like, not much, but I ate till I was full. I was 4 hours after full because jumping before that was not as much with my hunger with the heat. Because it was 30 degrees when we were going to the trampoline park. That's right, I sent to make some tequila. There was only one person headed away that night. What is story to meet Sai? Is there something English in this? A bit strange, don't you think? That's strange. That you only saw Max. I even, you know what I did? Because my staff was like, oh sure, you know, Elise, take a pizza alongside with you, and if you want some of the snacks, and some of the snacks, go ahead. I took like a meat lover pizza with me and like mini pink biscuits, what we call in English, directly translated. Because I was like, if I take the pizza with me, I don't have to go buy some dinner for Tuesday. So that was ideal. And I just wanted like the mini pink biscuits because they're delicious and I wanted them. So. What are you going with this, Mr. Wright? What else could you have seen? Oh, I should have said. Don't hold your tongue, Ben. Shut up to answer all the stupid questions. And I had enough to eat. And Elif makes always sure that I have enough to eat. Like, Elif has, like, this is one of his traits. But I don't blame him. Like, I don't blame him. Good for the chat. Wait, is that a pizza for 7 TV? And Twitch Global. Like, I don't blame him. He has like a little loyal trait and caretaking trait. Because I heard from his fan group that he's really caregiving. Just like me, and he's just really caring for me. He's like really worried that something happens to me, so. But I don't like I've been 2 months, so. I was thinking, yeah, we had the snow. So, that was fun. And I'm still happy that I got like my own room there. Because basically I was sharing my room with my brother. But my brother had gotten a girlfriend and they didn't plan for that because they planned this weekend an event. And so they slept, like my brother slept with her in her house. So I had basically my own room. I was so happy with that. Food for me. I get 1 slice, my child is grabbing the other 5 slices of the pizza, as you know. Ah, it was this one that I had to save on. Like, I eat enough for, and my carvings go well, but... Hey, you still don't get it, do you? I saw what I saw. It was max 3 pieces of joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silket, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study up our celebrities, Mr. Wright. Oh. Yeah. I was like actually exhausted the weekend. Like Elif saw me like sitting in my chair when I got home Sunday after unpacking my suitcase, and he saw me like, Elise, you're tired, huh? And I'm like, Maybe like just like half sleepy, like with my PC watching. I even had when I was like behind my PC Sunday that I felt where I was like, I suddenly felt like I was sitting back in the garden there of the like in the vacation park, and I was like, why is it so dark? But who could the witness have seen? Not Gumshoe. Well, of course, not been marked. Yeah, I did a bunch of sports. Like, my dad even said to me, like, afterwards, like, Elise, you still have some condition. And I was like, But it was, I have to say something. While we were together, like, after an hour or so, having, like, a little drink, hydrate break, because it was really 30 degrees, so jumping in warmth or something. I went back inside and jumped a bit on the trampoline just to clear my head. I was like, oh, this is so nice, just to think stuff out, you know, and just jump around a bit. And I was just jumping there, standing, and my dad came in and was like, you're going on, Elise? And I was like, yep. That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone of sense could have figured out that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant a likely story? If Maximilian Galactic was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he just, as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Okay, no conclusive conditions. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. This is like a love triangle. I can find something about this love trial. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around. Hey, you! The one that's holding my arm up on my ass? What time was it? I think it was around, let's say, after 10:30 PM, I think. Practice ended at 10, so you were around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I believe you just stand out in that weather. Well, the truth is... Oh, you shut up, you big nose dope! Why are you telling me anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in the weather? Because I wouldn't stand outside in the cold. Look at my jacket. Well, it's a jacket because I'm a street artist now, so... what? Was that we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix, you can do all with all your offhand theories. But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something. And Mr. Wright, why do you suppose the witness was waiting out from the cold that night? Oh, I know. But also, to be honest, that evening that I was tired the next day, I had some muscle pain around my legs, but that was supposed to be happening. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. The doll exploded. Finally! I'm gone of him! I got rid of him! Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, he can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important what I saw, don't you forget it? Well, the puppy may be a bit tough, but he's right. Alright. There's no official reason why this victim was there that night. He spent all the time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! I love how the doll just explodes. How did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading to the scene. Ow! There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for an animal tamer. I guess you got me. Hey, I'm smarter than a fucking ghoul. I may be pregnant. I'm still... Wait, that doesn't contradict what I say in the backgrounds videos that I made. I want to say I'm pregnant, but I may be smart. I don't think there's a... let's say it like this. My gynecologist Emma, last time I went... I forgot to say, like... My gynecologist Emma, when we checked, you know, for a child in my belly, she didn't find a trampoline, so I don't think there was a trampoline there, unless I have eaten one in my sleep. But I do have ultrasound pictures. Elise took some ultrasound pictures and never told me. I never got any. I asked him, and I looked back at some of the old recordings I made, and I apparently had ultrasound pictures. More brain inside your body than your head, yeah. But like the thing is, I want to say, I was like, I'm pregnant and smart, but then I remembered that I made my escape the backrooms videos, and I said there multiple times, I may be pregnant, but I'm not smart. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Don't volunteer things! Mr. Chris tells the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you, or were you not, waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? Is it Regina or Regina? Regina. Maybe you guys, maybe I'll show the ultrasound one day, maybe. Maybe. I maybe do. I was waiting to propose to her. Yeah, I think. You were waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter with puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Oh, thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is also perfect anymore. Yeah, just like your lost last case that you didn't acknowledge and your ultimate revenge. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. I am surprised. Oh, water shook into my nose. I'd wait. There's still like a sugar ranjava taste. Yeah. Oh, my voice would be up to take again. Oh, don't be surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. I was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. I think, to be between me, Trillo, and you, between me, like, I live and you are still boyfriend and girlfriend. We're not married, so, but, I don't think you have your gift in your pocket anymore. Like, I have a guess. I have a guess. I don't think he has this gift in his pocket anymore. So. Watch. I don't have to press anything. Fuck! You said you hate. Oh, of course. I don't know what this gift is, but of course. Of course. Fuck's sake, that goes two lies. I was so confident, like, I know what your gift is, you don't have it anymore, but I don't know what this gift is, technically. I don't know if this is his ring. That only is like T to R on, but... As I said, I'm pregnant, but sometimes smart. Proposing, you mean proposing marriage, correct? Of course, that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I was going to propose that we become sort of outlaw biker gang together. That sounds more fun. Right, Ben? Yeah. Alright, that's the truth. I found something to give to her. What was the subject that you planned on giving her? You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull. The only thing that I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question, what was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. Is this an engagement ring? Engagement ring? Mr. Venus, I joked has come too far. Time for this enter right here. The Sasuke website looks like it's about to lash out almost anything. On this front, that thing will probably someone up for a long time. I wanna see how that ring looks. Maybe something of a joke, but it's an historic moment. The first time that a puppet has ever proposed. I'd advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please receive their testimony, especially about the engagement ring? Like Petramp. Engagement ring? Actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's going to love it. Well, there got to be something that can catch him on. What pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm going to have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. I start punching him. This would have been, you know, how you could imagine this, like, my dragon started talking to you guys, and just starts punching me in the face. Doesn't have arms, but still. You wouldn't have to punch me out soon, eh? Would you? You would? Oh, you gonna punch me? I'm pregnant? Oh, okay. Somebody wants a dragon to buy? Of course, I also had in my pocket that night that was a present for her. Competitively kidding me. That's right, I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but the uppity snop kept getting in the way. Uppity snop, he couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his woodblock in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. Is it now that I have to do this? Because I now know that's an engagement ring. See? I already knew from the start it was this engagement ring. But no, we have to first figure it out. Oh, of course. I'm smart. I'm smarter than this dumbass. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine. Give it back. Thief, thief. Can you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? I just love how the door explodes, like push. That's. Ben, say something. Oh, don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money like a bank vault? Yeah, or like, blows up. What do you mean blowing up? Oh wait, I already did my belly blow up. You know, out of my Psylockes, I have to say, I still like my Leonie the most. Oh, why did I disappear? Lol? Lol? I'm still here. Wait, what is happening? Okay, let me restart the program. I disappeared. You wanna see a magic trick? Wait, where is my... Well, I know. Wait, why does my program not work anymore? Oh, there it is. No, I'm back. As you can see, I still like my Leonid dress the most. It's really well, this dress especially, so. But Leonid comes back another time. And Leonid is still my favorite group. So. Really dead. Yeah, this like all my I have to say, all my dresses for Sakai's that I got for the Sakai's, like for Night Court, Leonid, more Jump, Vivid Bed Squad. Yeah, they all are based on Miku's dress. So. Like, they're a resemblance to Miku, but they're not identical to Miku's, but they're a resemblance. Like, my Leonid dress is just a simple dress, but has like the blue, and in my case purple, blue, in case of my hair being blue and the purple edge. Instead of Miku's pink green, you know, pink teal. It's just really similar, but of course my tits are bigger than Miku's, and it's got my own team in it, and I love it. When he likes to go after shiny things, I can finally get them up. Hello, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details, I need more details. And, like, I can show them to you. Like, this is my Vivid Bed Squad. There are straight groups, so that sends down the jacket and such stuff. This is Night Court. If it loads up and doesn't disappear again. Like, it's more of a, like, serious group and more emo styled, I think. So. Well, Leonid you already saw. Like, this is Leonid, they're a band style, so it's a really simple dress. This is more Jump. They are an idol group, and my dress is also based on Miku's one. And this is Wonderland Showtime Sakai. Also, my dress is based on Miku one, where she's more a Neko, and so. And tour through the Sakai's with Elise. Like, I want to show you something quick. I want to show you something quick. On Discord. What is it? Here. Like, this is my official reference sheet. Yeah, Melon Nico. And this is like my arcade Sakai, so for those who have an official reference sheet. But once I got my Sakai dress as a maiden, I basically made this. Which is basically a sort of reference sheet with what each look is. This is pre-pregnancy, but... And it also has like for, you know, my gamer girl, which is my Sakai, and my boyfriend Sakai. I do have this. But ironically, these are, as you can see, great banners. See there, great banners. Ironically. So. I was thinking of adding more poses, but I have to do the poses in Blender, which I'm not good at. So. Right about being installed in the Phantom Vault Pass, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have could have been taken around that time. Yeah. Like on Twitter I still have my Sakai dresses thing, but on Discord I have my pregnancy refo shit. However, it has nothing to do with anything, especially no one committed the murder. It's not for you to decide who's to do with what. Now Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after the ring snatching monkey money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? That is slow loafy fool called Ben's fault. So I have a pregnant refro sheet, but yeah. I wanna expand it, but I said I have to do the poses in Blender, which I hate. Which I can't do very well yet. It's indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could it possibly be? I'm not gonna lose anything more. Of course, the testimony has a flaw. Contradiction? When she just testified the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What's the meaning of all this, Mr. Von Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory. Which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Oh, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past the vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he's obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying, he's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense argument does hold water. The witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wanna lie just to get the dork face in trouble? He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw the worthless liar. I've told you so many times, you think you know my story's not changed, eh? Yo, Cedric, change your story stick, bro. There's one lie, there's usually many more behind it. Getting tired. This is not good. I'm gonna shower in a bit after this, I think. Like I normally do. But most of my looks in Sakai still fit in my pregnant belly. I'm happy with that, so that I can stream in these looks again. Because, I basically didn't travel towards any of my friend groups in those Sakais for 2 months. Because, you know, I was afraid my looks didn't fit and, I couldn't go with my belly anymore. But they fitted, so I went to the Sakai to each of them and told them I'm pregnant. So if I visited less, so that they know. And gave each one of them my number, so in case if they want to show me something or want to speak to me, they could like text me. And they all made a group with me, like the Morajump group, the Leonid group, and such stuff. Yeah, only if my child could speak for me. I want to finish this part at least today, so good. I gave you that night. I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I've been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian collected at the scene. There's no way you could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. I still think my symbol is my symbol ridiculous, my mark. Oh, Queen Damie, thanks for the follow. How's life? So that means the Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. And Money snatched her in and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you're waiting? Let's see, I say about 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Can you just, like, accept that you're lying? And that you're it? I already can tell. I gave you that I was waiting for the night for Regina. I'm like Queen Damie if I didn't ask already. Let me be a good streamer girl. But it's so funny that they all made a friend group with me. Like an app group, like a texting group. And it was like... when I came to Night Court and they made a texting group with me, I was like... why did every of your friends do it? They all have the same idea and be like... well, we're friends in real life too, so... I mean, you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. Just think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. Well, I got 4 too. Technically 6 if you count, but I don't know how far my baby is developed yet. So, I don't know if my baby in my belly has eyes. But I also don't know if my baby can see out of my belly, so... I have 4 eyes. 2. But that many eyes, do you really think something will slip by me? Then doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. Of course, that's when I saw him coming from. I was starting at the entrance for the tent the entire time. 5 minutes. What was time would you say the event took place? I'm one of the dumbest people out of the planet if you can figure out yourself. You already know that the practice will finish promptly around 10 PM. You already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around when the time I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes, I'm surely he can do that. Now, what time was it? 10:10. Scene. Didn't even acknowledge my presence. To testify to say good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking the incredibly obvious questions. Say good morning in the morning, good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that you say good night to someone at night. Do I say good night now? What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not a Trilo, you say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performance. You should know better. Is there something wrong with this? It doesn't feel, but... Isn't it a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly, how is it strange to pick corridor to one of your co-workers? That's the one whipping a lead whip around the courtroom. That was simply just being a corridor co-worker, I would understand. How would that hurt? Maybe you should think you have some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned it back in grade school. Nothing is everything in this world, but I'm sure I already learned that one. Do I have proof that they didn't like each other? Oh! Wait. I do have proof. I do have proof that they don't like each other. As I said, I'm pregnant, but not smart. Hello, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. Wasn't just that big of a deal, it was just an argument, a disagreement at most. And disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning Ben got clocked over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of an assault and battery? Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is, on that day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's an absolute no way that would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. As said, more brainier baby than you know, when the elevator asks, Elise, do you have any good ideas? But like, no, but maybe my baby does, you know? Like, hey, Dawan, do you have good ideas? And you know what, Burp comes onward and be like, I'm like, oh, I think he has a good idea. There's no way a puppet that's ill would just stay up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying the witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie, honestly, I just... You lied. You lied already beforehand, so this is automatically a lie. Miss Quest, Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor? Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory? Also, you know, last stream, when you said, like, when I go to internship and all I have to do is spread my belly and, write some code. I started to think about how much I do that. Like, pat my belly, show my belly a bit forward. And I asked Elliot, and he's like, babe, you do that a lot. When you were sitting in bed, laying in bed, you always have your hand on your belly, and I was like, oh. Like those little things that you don't notice about and do, and then if you ask somebody else or somebody else say it. But if somebody else says it, you'd be like, oh yeah, I pat my belly a lot. And also like that, yeah. Do you have a good idea? Start eating the whole pudding and people be like, you okay, Elise? Yeah, you asked if I had a good idea. So. It made me believe that the witness didn't indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person who witness saw him was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all, which means there was only a proper answer. The person who witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world, you? Who did he? Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, nee! Yeah, one of my bellies and my child doesn't run away. No, but like that was the thing. If you walk outside, for example, if it's here in my city or the city that Elliot lives, I usually walk a bit with my back forward so that my belly shows. And if I don't walk with a back or something, you know, and if we walk hand in hand, I usually have one hand on my belly. But also if we lay in bed, I usually lay with an hand on my belly if we cuddle or something. That, like, the only cases that it really doesn't happen is when I'm by Elliot with Elliot in his house. And we're just cuddling on the couch and, you know, have a blanket and, you know, we're watching something. Then it really never happens then, so. Who did the defendant see? That's not it. Okay, it's the ringmaster. Okay, we know the answer. It's the ringmaster. I don't want to lose any more health. But I pet my belly apparently a lot. Even if we go swimming, if we were like cuddling on the couch. No, like you think it's a flex. You'd be like, oh look at me, I'm like fat, you know, I have a belly, I'm pregnant. Oh, no, it's not a flex. What are you talking about? No, it's a thing most pregnant women do, because I remember once, one of my coaches was pregnant, and when I talked with her about something I experienced earlier, she stood also forward with her, like, her back forward and her hand on her belly. So I'm not the only one who does that. Maybe I'm not the only one who's flexing too, so. Until Emperor of the Witness, there only is one person you would greet. It must be Regina. Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trino would have given her the engagement ring as present. Oh yeah, suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? I assume you mentioned the weight better. I guess, but even if I lay in bed, like, just keep my hands on my belly or just go to sleep cuddling, you know. If it's possible, then I do it, because sometimes I just sleep against Elliot's shoulder and then I don't have my hand on my belly. But I mostly not do it when we're like cuddling on the couch under a blanket, because I introduced Elliot to Project Diva, and he really likes it and he plays it a lot, and he's like, "Oh, come watch me, Elise," and then on the couch under a blanket, it was like, "Oh sure, come babe, you know, I'll come watch sweetie." Oh. Help! Answer the question, Mr. Quest. Order, I need to respond to this. Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, and it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Chris obviously witnessed a single person in the area on the plaza that evening. The problem is, identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Or was it the ringmaster once, Mr. Russell Berry? Prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw the night. Witnesses clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, it's getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember by right now. Here we go. Everyone, all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and with those. The silk hat and the cloak, anyone could wear them. Even look good on me. What's that? Well, the witness entry reported he saw Max 3 symbols. However, what do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma? Do you have clear evidence the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that is the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. That's very unfortunate. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from the witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... What? Who's that person who can only be answered by the next witness? Huh? There's more? There's more? Oh. Oh, this is it. Oh, okay. To be continued. He wasn't working for towards two. I was working towards this. Because, how lovely it was or not, I'm gonna leave it here. I want to take a shower because I'm starting to get, as I said, tired. If I could let my child sleep for me, then I would. I'm gonna say everyone, thanks for dropping by. Everyone who followed, like Poison Kitsune, XT George, Queen, Demoni, and Marcel Flame. All thanks for following. If you're interested, I do have a Discord down below. Where you can keep up to date with the stream and my pregnant story. I also have a YouTube channel in case you wondered. And if you want to catch me live, I do have Discord, and that's the best place to see my schedule with your localized time zone. But I do upload it also to Twitter and Instagram in case you're wondering. But you have the local conversion to your time zone. Maybe I'll see you in the next stream live, because I'll be back next Saturday with some Mega Mix Project Diva. And until then, I'm gonna say have a wonderful time, and I'm gonna head out. So peace out.